Hi guys. So it's me and Norm, and we are going to the grocery store because that is something that we love to do as a couple, is go to the grocery store. I don't think he's telling the truth. What do you hate about the grocery store, honey?
You going by yourself and going out of budget.
So I need a babysitter when I go to the grocery store because he gives me a budget, but that is simply a suggestion.
Kind of like your credit cards.
I don't ever use the credit cards without your permission. That is such bull. Ever. I never use the credit cards unless I ask you first. Whenever did I? He's pleading the fifth, even though I disagree. So, I was thinking we could have this chat. So for years, I was a football widow. We were just talking about this at dinner the other night. I would hate Sundays. I hated Mondays. Got to the point where I hated Thursday night because no one was allowed to talk to him. No one was allowed to go in the living room. Nobody was allowed to go anywhere near his football stuff. It used to be much worse when he was in, how many leagues at one time? 4? He was in 4 different fantasy leagues at one point. And I want to know, because now he doesn't do that anymore. He has 1 league, 2 leagues? 1 league. 2 leagues that he's in. And it's not like it was before. Like, he still has to do, he's the commissioner of one, so he still has to do, like, whatever pickups are on Wednesday and deal with that kind of stuff. But for the most part, he, like, if I say, let's go do this on a Sunday instead of football, or let's do this on a Monday night instead of football, he doesn't care as much anymore. So I want to know why. I want to know what changed. And I think some of it has to do with family and some of it has to do with the game itself. But he's going to answer that question, so I'm giving him a heads up right now that that's what I'm going to ask him. But anyway, now it's to the point where it's very secondary. When he used to have all those leagues and he had to go into, what was the name of the paper? The USA Today, is that what it was?
Yeah.
The USA Today to get all of his stats. That was, there was no internet, right? So that was even worse because not only did he have to go in and get those, but he had to go get the paper, and we had to have like 2 different copies. One was a Sunday and one was a Monday, and he would spend months and months and months before the draft, right? Researching and doing all this crazy stuff. And like, he was like an owner, and if something happened, he would get mad, and he would be mad for the whole week. Oh, speaking of which, we should talk about how it used to rain on Sunday. We'll talk about that another day. But, so now, it's like his whole attitude about it has changed. And it started last year a little bit, but this year it's much different. So if I planned something on a Sunday and said, we're going to go do this, he's fine with it. And we don't even have to listen to it in the car on the way. And now, a lot of times, he just kind of flips on the game for a minute and then turns it back off. He doesn't watch them all. Now, if we're not doing anything on a Sunday, he'll still watch them all and whatever, and I'll still make him food. But it's not his priority anymore. And go.
I think that there are a lot of couples who spend 2 out of 7 days and they do, at least on one of those days, their thing. And it works for them. Sundays is my golf day, or Saturdays is my shopping day with the girls, or Friday nights is my night out with the girls, and that may work for them. We've raised our kids. They're phenomenal kids.
Most of them.
I think we did a good job. They can handle themselves. They're citizens. They're getting great grades. They're doing their thing. They got kids of their own, mortgages, careers. And I think it's time for us not to be mom and dad anymore, but maybe some Norm and Lisa time. So I'm really not interested in losing out on what time we have left, because if you blink, it's another 10 years nowadays to fantasy football or anything else. Now, I will wholeheartedly admit that this is on my hat for a reason. I'm a veteran. All
And
3
on
of
his
my
shirt.
sons are active duty or veterans. I am as patriotic as anyone you know. And I'm not okay with what's going on in the NFL. I'm okay with anybody using their First Amendment rights, but I am not okay with you doing your thing during my time or during the NFL. It's a different platform. It's a different day. I tune in to see the game. I want to see the hits. I want to see somebody's jaw get dropped. I want to see a catch that's one-handed. I want to see a guy throw for 300 yards. I want to see a new rookie quarterback light the league on fire.
So if these guys were out marching on their own time,
I wouldn't give a damn what they do. They could do whatever they want. That's the reason we do what we do in the military. However, I'm not interested in their crap on a Sunday. That's not why I tune in. I can find out that horse crap on any other network news media channel out there right now. But that's a piece of it. The biggest piece is, I think that as a couple, we have found some common ground as Norm and Lisa. Let's go do a Apple Fest. Let's go do the Renaissance. Let's go camping. Let's go pitch a tent in the middle of the woods and just have a ball all weekend. Let's go see things that we've never seen. This United States is an amazing continent, and I want to see it. I want to see most of it. I've seen 36 states. I guess you've seen, 9 or 10? But I think we should see them together, and I don't want to see them as a military guy who's going from place to place. I want to stop and smell the roses.
and we joke too and say we want to see the world's biggest frying pan and the biggest ball of twine.
That's not a joke. I do.
But I also want to see the monuments and the Grand Canyon and
no one knew there was a Pennsylvania Grand Canyon. Everybody I talked to said they never heard of it.
It was awesome.
It was absolutely breathtaking.
Right.
It was gorgeous. I'd recommend anybody go see it. It's free. You drive and you go see it.
And I think the biggest problem now is for us finding time to do it.
So basically, because we're older and we still have our careers and we still have mom, dad things to do with a 15-year-old in the house when they're senior year, we have things we have to do.
Yeah, we have a 15-year-old senior.
So when it's time to go be in the woods, I want to be in the woods.
Agreed.
This weekend, I should be in the woods.
But what are we doing?
We're watching The Onion.
We're watching The Onion. Our baby niece, she is, we call her The Onion. We'll show you, let's show her a picture later. We'll put a picture up later.
That. She's awesome.
And because she looks like an onion with her little hair. But we're at Aldi.
We are. We have to get stuff, and then we go to another grocery store and we get more stuff.
And I still want to go to Trader Joe's. He's going to take me there
Not
someday.
gonna happen.
Someday he's going to take me.
Not gonna happen. Their Fruit Loops are the same as these Fruit Loops.
Give me a kiss. That's a big part of it too.
For 26 freaking years, if you want to make it go and you want to be happy and you want to be married to your best friend, fantasy football and all that, it's just not the answer. I'm having a better time now. I wished I'd found it a long time ago. See you.
Yeah.